Let's talk about some tips to decrease or prevent skiing and snowboarding injuries. When I was maybe 15, 16 years old, I went on my first skiing trip. Grew up in the South, so skiing is not quite as easy as if you live out west or live up in the Northeast, but got to go skiing. Went to Keystone, Colorado with my family, a couple other families. First day, I had never skied before, so I took lessons and was on the bunny slope working with an instructor. And by the end of the day, got to where I could get down the bunny slope. This seems crazy now, but could get down the bunny slope without difficulty. On my last run of the day, I fell down. No big deal, and was trying to get up, and my skis are in front of me. You know, my feet are down the mountain, my head's up, and I'm trying to get up when another skier comes barreling down and falls right behind me and slams right into the back of my head. And this is back in the day where we weren't wearing helmets. I think I had a baseball cap on, and so I suffered a concussion. Now, good news, it didn't turn out to be something really serious. I had headaches for a few days, but turned out okay. But injuries can occur in these sports, and they can occur with people way more experienced than I was back then. They can happen to people that are really, really good skiers and snowboarders. I'm Dr. David Geyer, orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist. I provide education, insight, and commentary on sports and exercise injuries for athletes and active people so that you can stay healthy and perform at your peak. Okay, so skiing, snowboarding, terrific. I still enjoy doing them, even though I probably only go out once a year, once every 2 years. So much fun, but fast speeds, snow or areas of ice, down steep slopes sometimes, no surprise that you can get hurt. And that doesn't take into account tricks that people do, flips and jumps that people do, especially in snowboarding. So you can definitely get hurt. So let me give you about 6, maybe 7 tips about ways you can stay healthy, or at least decrease the rates of injury, or just decrease the severity of an injury should one occur in skiing and snowboarding. The first thing I'll say, and it gets back to the injury that I had, wear helmets. There are studies that show that wearing helmets cut the rates of head, face, and neck injuries by 43%. Plus, I would argue once you get used to them, they're comfortable. Your face doesn't get cold. You can put in headphones and listen to music in theory, even though some people say that's not a great idea, but it's actually not a big deal, and I would strongly recommend it, not even just for mild concussions, but people can die with traumatic brain injuries in skiing and snowboarding, so definitely wear a helmet. Along the other lines, when we're talking about equipment, is check out your equipment before the runs of the day. If it's rental equipment, and there's this bias against rental equipment, but I'll tell you, because it's getting turned into a shop and they check it all the time, a lot of times that rental equipment is in better condition than equipment you own. Now, when you first buy it, your equipment is in real good condition, but are you taking the steps to keep it in good condition? And so I think that every time before you go out skiing, check the bindings, check everything about it. Make sure that your skis, your snowboard, the bindings, everything about it is in good condition. Okay, then let's talk about another thing that I see as a doctor a fair amount, and that's fatigue. We see injuries related to fatigue in skiing and snowboarding more than you would think. People, they're on a trip, they're on a vacation, they haven't done it in a while, so they ski all day. And so they start to get tired, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Maybe they've had their lunch and now they're kind of sleepy. And then they lose control, they hit a patch of ice, and their muscles are fatigued and they can't react, so they get a more serious injury. Take breaks every so often to give your body time to rest. Maybe you end as you notice you're having trouble controlling turns and things like that. Maybe you end a little bit early. It's just something to think about to prevent serious injuries. Maybe you learn to fall correctly. There are even classes a lot of times on the slopes to tell you how to fall. And there's an art to that. I'm not going to get into too much of it, but it involves kind of keeping your body so that you're looking down the mountain, keeping your arms and legs sort of in and not flailing out to the sides, things like that. Again, if that's something you're interested in, look for an instructor. I probably could take a class in an hour or two to try to prevent serious injuries. Last couple things I'll mention, stay within the marked boundaries. I know you got powder off in the trees off to the side and things that you can jump, But the problem in those areas is there's things you might not see and you could suffer a serious injury. Plus, if you're not in the marked boundaries, nobody may find you. Nobody may know that you are injured, that you've fallen somewhere, and so they can't get help to you. They don't even know to get help to you, so stay in marked boundaries. And last, along those same lines, ski and snowboard with other people, or at least one other people, so that if you crash, have a serious injury, the other person can help get help. If you're by yourself, that may increase the time it takes for somebody to find you and delay potentially treating you and getting you stabilized and getting you the medical attention that you really need. Okay, have you been skiing or snowboarding? Do you love to do those? And do you have any other tips that you would share? I'd love to hear them. I'd love to read them. And I know other skiers and other snowboarders from all around the world would love to hear what you have to say as well. So below this video, leave your comments, leave your thoughts and experiences so other people can benefit from them. If you like this video and you want more information on sports and exercise injuries, injury treatments, and injury prevention, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the button in the upper right corner of this page. You'll get a couple of these videos delivered directly to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have friends, you have family that like skiing and snowboarding, please share this video with them. And I look forward to seeing you right here next time.